Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, UDA is the ruling party and one of the biggest party in this country. And they promise to have free, fair, and verifiable grassroots election in preparation for the next election in 2027. So they have been conducting grassroots election in some areas, some part of this country, though election is still going on. Therefore, as a ruling party, they had enough resources because they get political party funding, and they said they are going to embrace what the IEBC has been using in terms of the gadgets they are using. So this election was supposed to be electronic election. Therefore, they had also promised that because it's electronic, there's no way they are going to tamper with the results. Therefore, they will have rightful winners getting positions of leadership in the party. We also questioned how UDA is conducting an election at a time when we have floods, we have a disaster in the country, whereby some people have been locked by floods in some areas, but UDA can still afford to have choppers to carry ballot papers for grassroots election, which is a kind of insult to poor Kenyans, an insult to the victims of floods, that you have choppers carrying papers, ballot papers, but Kenyans have been stuck somewhere in floods. But all aside, the question then came in when allegations emerged that we have dead aspirants who have won election. And this happened in Embakasi South. A dead aspirant, someone who's deceased, winning an election. How possible was this? So many questions are now coming out, and the UDA has been embarrassed very badly in what they had promised to have free, fair, and verifiable election. In Narok, there is also a dispute in the very same election. And this is one of the aspirants there. Narok West Constituency, Member of Parliament, Honorable Gabriel Tongoyo, who has rejected the result of UDA grassroots election in Narok County. This was held yesterday. So he's saying that the result is unacceptable. There was rigging happening. This is what some of the aspirants are saying on the same.
Gadgets, and we have been there in the training last day. So, to speak fairly, the election to be held here at the police station is not conducted fairly. So we want to talk to the UDA party, who is His Excellency William Ruto. If it is well, we conduct for the next week or other day. So we need the other IEBC to conduct from those of Narok West. So we need something which is free and fair. So urgently we are requesting for the other weeks. We know some other years like some strong here. So maybe for that time we change for the PO. Thank you.
Yes. What I should know now whether an election do not say. Kile kimba mtu hapo walking kitu mpaka ndo mwana nike babo kinene. Nege road wene sauni ana na tejo ngolaki. Nela aba na do machine no sa iseto shiro sana udo. Ore banga sabona lungana lo
Now we are continuing this final discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to our return subscribers. I must say thank you so much. And again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now imagine a ruling party that has enough money, they have gripped the power, conducting a grassroots election, where they go even further to embrace the electronic way of voting. So you vote online. The result is relayed online. and the winner is declared according to the results. Then you end up in such a mess whereby some aspirants are still complaining, they do not agree with the results, they're still contesting on the same results. This is the UDA party that told us that it is only in Azimio, and you can talk about NASA and ODM, where they have always to reject the results. Now we are seeing their own aspirants rejecting the results. Sasa hii ilikuwa ni ODM operation or UDA operation. You will hear them saying that it's only in ODM where they will never accept the results in any election. Today, we are seeing UDA aspirants rejecting the results. So, who is this? Hawa ni akina nani? Wametoka wapi? And how? Those are the questions. And the issue of dead aspirants comes in. Now we are moving from ghost voters to ghost aspirants winning election. There's been a question about cleaning of the register, IEBC register, whereby we are told more than 1 million plus dead people are still in the register as live people. You died, you were buried long time ago, but you're still in the IEBC register. They have never expunged your name. So now we are being told that UDA has graduated. Beside ghost voters, now they have ghost aspirants winning election. Now look at that. If this is possible, and this is the ruling party, imagine if we have a national election, what can they do? Those are now the questions. What can they do? They even have ghost aspirants. They died, but they are winning election. What about if you have a national election which is life and death for politicians in this country, especially when it comes to presidential election? What can they do? This is what Kenyans are now asking. Kama hao wenyewe kwa kura zao ambazo zinapeperusha electronically, they can still have ghost aspirants winning. What about if it is a national election? What can happen? This brings in the memories of 2017. You talk about 2022 and the previous elections. So, by the fact that a dead aspirant can win election, it confirms what we've been talking about here to do with the ghost voters in the IEBC register. The register has never been cleaned. So, if UDA is doing this, they are the ruling party. It tells you what they did previously also. We are still questioning the 2022 election results, especially the presidential election. And I've been saying here, we have some areas in this country where the register has never been cleaned. Someone said I'm focusing too much on people from Mount Kenya. No. There are still questions that many people are asking about the register when it comes to Mount Kenya. If you clean the register, I am convinced that Luyas are more in their numbers than our brothers and sisters from Mount Kenya. We are the majority. But because of politics, and when you want to fix numbers here and there, the issue of ghost workers, the issue of ghost voters comes in, and it has been protected for a very long time. So we don't have real numbers when it comes to census. The last one was done in 2000 and then, was it 2019? 2009. Ile nyoparanya alikuwa huku. It's never clean. So if they can have dead aspirant, then be rest assured that there is dead voters. So, winning election in UDA, you just need to go and activate the dead voters or ghost voters. Then you can win an election. If these individuals cannot conduct free, fair, and verifiable election in their own political party, how can we trust them when it comes to national politics and national election? You can't trust these people. So the question about rigging election comes in. If they are doing these things in their own political party, what about when it comes to national election? If rigging can happen within the political party, what about the national election, which means life and death for politicians like William Ruto and the rest? So this has exposed this political party and William Ruto as the party leader, that there is more we have not been told when it comes to the issue of ghost voters, dead voters, and all those things. These people have been protected. They are dead, but they have been protected. Their names are still there showing that bado wako high. Ikifika siku ya kura, they activate them. Such that, and during election, we shared so many videos whereby even some comedians were captured on camera having more than 3 ballot papers. They were arrested at one point. So this tells you that even the 2022 general election, it was not free, it was not fair. Chebukati had the minority commissioners agreeing with him, and the majority 4 disagreed with the results. But because people, some forces, outside forces, had their own interest in our election, the minority had their way, and even the majority were denied their say. So this tells you that not any election can be free and fair as long as UDA has interest in that election. They will fix their own people here and there. So there are people you want, and when you know that they are going to lose, you have to fix them by force. So today they have been exposed by voting for the dead aspirant because they are still in the register, and because it was just time to expose these people. So it is happening. We can never trust these people in any election. They will always bring in such kind of things.